Do you have an idea about a business, but maybe you're not sure what to do with this idea? Maybe you're afraid of what comes next. How do I achieve my dreams with this idea that I have? If this is you, we were also in the same situation not that long ago. And if you just follow these simple 3 steps that I'm going to talk about in this video, you can also eliminate a lot of that anxiety about what the future holds as it pertains to your small business and actually fast track your success. So the first thing I want to talk about is something called VSM, Value Stream Mapping. It's a very, very long drawn out acronym that just simply means value stream mapping. And that may sound fancy, but it's actually super simple. But we actually use this every day at my full-time job that is not our business. Essentially all it is it's saying that we are at X and we want to go to Y in order to get to Z. And so all you're gonna say is, I am here today. This is where I wanna be at tomorrow or a week from now or a month from now. Once I get here, then I want to get to here 10, 20, 30 years from now. And everything in between is all the tasks that are required in order for you to achieve these goals, whether that's a, say, follower count on Facebook, a subscription count on YouTube, maybe a monetary value that you want your business to reach, maybe it's a number of units sold, or maybe it's just simply your business is gaining traction. And whatever metric that you want to measure that in. But essentially all you're doing is you're saying, I am here today starting at 0, and eventually I would like to hit this by this date, and then this by this date. The further out you plan, the easier it is for you to look back and see all of your success and failures and learn from your failures and even learn from your successes in order for you to repeat them in the future. And all you're doing is creating a much more structured and scientific way of thinking about the success of your business. And I can guarantee you that Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos with Facebook and Amazon or YouTube or these other major, well-known, world-renowned corporations at some point all started from 0, and at some point also stream mapped every single step of the way for their process. Thing number 2 that you really want to narrow down with your business is know your target audience. So let's say that you know for a fact, like in our case, we want to sell clothing. We are an online clothing store. Well, from there we said, okay, what kind of clothes do we want to sell? And from there we said, okay, we are really passionate about children, do foster care, and we have 2 kids of our own, and we just really enjoy volunteering with children. From there we go, man, it'd be really cool to sell children clothing. And so from there we got to narrow down, okay, children's clothing online. So who is our audience? Well, from there we can pretty easily deduce that our audience is people our age who also have children. And so from there you can start actually looking back at your VSM, your value stream map, and say, okay, what has worked that I've done that helps me reach my target audience, and what has actually failed that I've done to reach my target audience? And so you see all these things are really connected, and so you really want to not just do one of them, you really want to kind of complete all of them because they're all intertwined. It's really easy to start a business and there's just so much to grasp. There's so much to do and so much to complete, and there's a lot of hurdles and objects and ideas and last minute changes and all these things. And those are going to come, and there's nothing you can do about that. But if you're planned ahead enough and you do enough of your research, you can easily navigate yourself around those things. The third thing that you most certainly want to do when you're creating your own business, who and what types of people do you need to surround yourself with in order to accomplish those goals? So whether it's I'm a clothing company and I want to sell X amount of products, or I'm a construction company, I want to land X amount of contracts, or I'm a creator and I want to produce X amount of subscribers or X amount of videos or X amount of posts on social media, and that's my business. Who do you need to surround yourself with in order to accomplish that task so that those around you are actually building you up? This is one thing me and Ashley are really good at as a team. We both aren't afraid to tell each other when we need to be correcting ourselves, but also when we are lacking in an area. And so this is where the strength of a team comes together. And you can absolutely build something by yourself and on your own. However, there's the risk of you getting burnt out. And so if you are doing something on your own, I would just say, caution you, just make sure you're extremely passionate about that. But if you're just a normal person and you have the availability of maybe working with your spouse, like me and Ashley working together, or maybe it's you working with a business partner, Or maybe it's working with a team of people to come together for a common goal. It is really, really helpful in order to kind of spread load the work that me and Ashley kind of use in order to keep our business running. Is she handles all of the inventory, all of the stock, all the website stuff. She's making posts on Facebook. She's doing all these things that she's really good at. And I could do, but I'm not the best at. But then on the other side of that piece is I'm handling all of the business licensing, the taxes, the stuff in the background that she doesn't particularly care for and doesn't want to take care of. What we'll tend to do is when she's overtasked and task saturated, then I'll kind of step up and say, hey, what do you need from me? And she'll say, well, I really need these deliveries to go out and I really need these orders to go to the post office because I'm in the middle of trying to put an order together. And when I'm not at work and I'm home free and I've got that free time, I'll say, absolutely, I'll take those for you so you can focus on what you need to do. And vice versa, when I'm task saturated and I've got a lot of stuff going on for, our taxes or our business licensing or something like that, she'll step in and say, hey, what do you need from me? I'm like, look, all I need you to do is sit down and read these numbers off to me so I can punch them in. It is literally so much better and easier to work in tandem as a team, and that complements each other in your strengths and your weaknesses, and learning about your team so that you know what those strengths and what those weaknesses are. So when you put all of this together and you value streamed out your business, you've figured out what your target audience is for that business, and now you've surrounded yourself with people that are going to help you obtain that common goal of whatever that is that fits your business model. At that point, all you have to do is execute and bob and weave with the punches of life. So things are absolutely not going to go according to plan. And there's a lot of people out there that would argue you don't really need a plan. I would strongly disagree with that argument. Because at least if you have a plan and things do come up, at least you have options of where do I go next. Instead of having to take so much time to stop and really think, you can keep other things in motion while you're waiting on that one hurdle to move out of the way. I would just highly, highly recommend that you start with your value stream map, figure out what your target audience is, then surround yourself with people that are going to help you grow and learn in this project. And you're going to learn so much starting a business, not just about whatever your niche or product is or contract or service, but you're also going to learn about taxes more than you could ever care to learn about. You're going to learn more about technology and social media than you could ever really care to learn or know about. And that's just the way it is. And that's part of being a business owner, is seeing this incredible challenge in front of you and not being afraid of it. But at the same time, it is like your own child, where it is your identity and your creation. And I can tell you as a parent, no one's kids are more beautiful than my children. And so your business is kind of the same way. You see it and it's the most beautiful thing you've ever seen, and it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about it. And that's what makes business beautiful, is that everybody can come together and create something different. And it doesn't have to all be the same. It has your own identity and it has your own values and your own ethics built into the background of that business. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. And if this video was helpful, I just ask that you please like and subscribe to this channel. We're gonna be dropping a whole bunch more content just like this video. And also, if you haven't already, be sure to go over and check out bowencoapparel.com, or you can also check us out on Facebook. Just search Bow & Co. and look for the Bow & Co. logo. Our Facebook page actually has a good bit of daily discount codes that you guys can utilize. Like and subscribe this channel, tell your friends, and also jump over to Facebook. Give us a follow on Facebook. That's where we're doing the most up-to-date updates on our websites. And as always, that's Life with Bow & Co.